Welcome back. In case you are just joining us, we're having a fantastic conversation here about just life in general. We've had an amazing Ask the Girls, which has really just, it's put us in a somber mood, right? It's really opened us up to what some women out here are living through. But thank you for joining us. The hashtag is Ibu Let's Talk and the SMS line is 40920. As Lydia said, today is Talk That Talk Thursday. And today the topic we want to address is why you should or you shouldn't live with someone before you get married. Right. Now, in our brief talk before this show started, we were like, okay, where do we fall on the spectrum? So before we go through, like, you know, maybe reasons that one might give, like, just generally, I personally feel like one should not live with their partner before they get married. If they intend to get married, if, like, ultimately you want to get married, I feel like you shouldn't do it before you get married. What do you guys think?
I think that that's a viable option, and I feel like my mentality is more because of what I've seen growing up abroad. It's like, you know, people just like, you start a relationship, you move in together to see if that's like, you know, that level of closeness is even going to work for marriage, and then you move on. So I've never had that experience. I've stayed with my boyfriends a lot, but I've never lived with one, so it's out of no experience. Yeah,
I'm in the same boat. I've stayed with them a lot, and they've stayed with me, but I've never lived with one. But I think I wouldn't mind living together before marriage. I feel like there's pros, cons. We'll talk about them.
I vehemently believe you should live together before marriage, even if for a minimal amount of time. I believe you should.
Yeah?
Okay. I only agree with you because of one thing. This is something my auntie brought up the other day, just randomly. And she was like, you know, when you move in with a guy, especially now in our climate, I would say, it just becomes that. You start being married, you know, and that's how come will stay comes, and you just get so used to just living together. What's the point of getting married?
Exactly.
So you can easily fall into that, not making that big commitment, especially, I'm going to say, in a Kenyan setting, that happens a lot.
Absolutely.
I feel like, I feel like, no disrespect to your auntie, that is more a critique on who you are as people than what you've done. Because for me, just as in, people like Jasper and I moved in essentially like the day we got together, and then officially he like got rid of his own place when we got engaged. But for me, I feel like I was vehement, like, we're going to get married and this is what. So I feel like if you do end up moving in together, it can't just be like, oh, this is easier, let's move in together. It should be, we're moving in together because this is going to be the path.
I'm aware of that. What I'm saying is that it's easy to slide into that, especially
like now you're already there.
Yeah,
so
why not?
Exactly. So all of your points are just, I'm just like, no, I don't think that at all. But before we get carried away, let's just read through this list of why you shouldn't move in with somebody before you get married. So we can discuss each as we go down. So the first one is that solitude should be embraced. So think about it within the context of, you know, like what you're saying, what you were saying about how, like, okay, you just want to see, is this the kind of person who you can be with? A lot of people, when you get married, you don't realize how much you miss being on your own, you know? Do you guys know how awesome it is for you to just have your own space and your own time?
Yes, I do. Because even like when I did like have a boyfriend and like he would be over my place, I would be over his. No, like sometimes I would just need my own space and be like, yo, okay, you go do your thing, or I would go do my thing, go to my bed, shower in my own shower. Like I'm a space hoarder.
Like, when I come into my apartment, now I'm on my own, and I walk in, I'm just like, hi, little apartment, I missed you. And guess what I get back? Silence. I know the value of that, because sometimes you want to go home and you're like, oh my God, we had this argument, and you know, like your safe haven becomes that place where you have to always be confronting issues. So I appreciate
that.
I feel like I'm still able to have solitude though, living with someone. I think also though, Jasper and I have one of the most openly and almost abrasively open relationships I've ever seen in Kenya, because I've straight up told him, I need you to go away, or I am going to go away for a few hours. I'm going to go to this separate room. You can have your little office kind of thing. We're going to not share this physical space for a little bit. And he just gets it, because I am a very solitary person. I love being alone, but it's also nice when someone is there and I can be like, I actually need some attention now. Can you come through?
Okay, the second point is it gives you a way out if you need it. I mean, come what may, like, honestly, think about it. When you're living with somebody, even if you've decided this is the person I want to be with, it's really hard if you decide that actually, if you change your mind, if you said, I don't want to be with this person, once you've been living together and you now have joint assets or you now have kids and all this and you're not yet married, it's really hard for you to, like, now take yourself out of that situation as opposed to just, like, we've broken up, you go to your house, me, I go to my house.
Yes, it's easier
This is
because
a
you're not attaching
Exactly.
yourselves. You're not attaching yourselves as much. Coming from a a broken home, I would say, or divorced
separated
parents. I really feel like there's so much life before you're married, during your marriage, and after you're married. So I've never, that connection, like, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? I don't really have that because I've seen my mom get out of it and thrive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that doesn't really scare me as much.
This
Oh,
rule
really?
doesn't resonate that
As much, yeah.
This doesn't really resonate.
For me, I feel like it resonates because I've been approached by many women who say that they're scared of moving out because now everything about their life is this guy, you know, because like he came with his couches and what and like so many of the things you own are together. So now it's like really hard for you to
100%.
But that is
Yeah.
your ability to be in a relationship and keep your independence, because that would be the relationship advice that I would give someone, is find a balance between being in a relationship and being an individual in a relationship.
Yeah, but
exactly.
I mean, I feel like this point, no matter which take you take, it makes sense
makes
that your
sense.
life
Yeah.
is just more intertwined now.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes,
Okay,
very
the next one is, and this one I completely agree with, convenience isn't romance.
Ugh,
Now, yeah, let me tell you, the reality is that many people move in together because they're like, why are you paying rent at your
Yep.
place and me, I'm paying rent at so we just move in together. It's convenient. And then over time, you start wondering, okay, me, I would like to get married. Then now it's like, yeah, I guess we should, you know, like you don't get that like romance of like, he's dying to be with you, to live with you. So he'll like think through the proposal and what. I feel like this whole thing of like, don't listen with thinking about responding. Listen to understand what I'm saying. Okay,
I'm
exactly.
holding my tongue.
Exactly. So you don't want to move in with somebody just because you want to save money. You want to move in with somebody because you love this person and you want to build an entire life
I'm
together.
going to have to say amen to that.
I would agree with that, but I feel like on that school of thought, that means that the romance dies the moment you get married and you move in together. Because when you say convenience isn't romance, maybe it's not whoever wrote this type of romance, but I feel like by that school of thought, it's like now that you're married and it's convenient, because marriage does make your relationship more convenient, the romance is dead, and that's not something that I want to follow suit with.
I totally don't think that's
I
what
don't
it
think
meant.
that
I
was
feel like
meant,
this
yeah.
is the point out of this is if you guys are moving in for convenience, not if you're married, moving in from romance. If
Yeah.
you're moving in because don't pay so much rent. I mean, it's so far for you to travel all this way. Let's move in together. That part, that aspect, that way of thinking isn't romantic.
Then you're
you're
moving in though for the wrong reasons. So
Yeah, that's
then
exactly
you're
what
just
he's-
moving
that's
in for
exactly
the
what the
wrong
point
reasons.
Yeah,
is.
that's
yeah.
what
Got it.
Yeah.
saying.
Okay, the next one is, what's the rush? If you are intending to get married, if you're intending to have children together, why not just wait until the day that you are married and then do those things? Like, why must it be today?
Joe, how long were we together before you got married?
We were together a whole year before we got
You
married.
said a whole
But
year.
before you got legally married.
Yeah.
So
A
the
year.
engagement came.
The engagement
Yeah,
came at
so
how long?
at 5 months we had
At
been
5
dating,
months?
and you see that's the thing, and that's why we were saying for us it's like if we already knew that
I
we want to
agree.
get married, it's like then let's do things the right way and actually get there. If your intention is actually to get married, but if it's not, then okay, fine, do whatever you want. But if you want to actually get married, why not then just do it?
So
To
really,
be honest, I
yeah.
agree, and I think it's so romantic that, you know, my future husband is watching this right now. He said, you know what? One day I'm going to go to this girl, I'm going to date her for 5 months, engage her, be married 1 year, and on baby number 2 by the third year. Yes,
Yeah.
I
Right.
think if you know, you know. I actually think it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew I was the same.
I mean, through
timeline.
all of this, you're kind of starting to sway me away from what I
Yeah.
was. I mean, I was talking about other people. It's okay for other people to live together.
Yeah.
Me, I love my space. I love my time. I love being able to
Right?
opt out. But
Okay,
continue.
here is another one. It adds excitement to the newlywed phase. I can say this for sure.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You know, the time that you spend planning a wedding is so intense. Like you're doing so many things, and then the day of the wedding comes, and then you're like, okay, okay, now we have gotten married. Then it's like your life now becomes like, what was I doing before I started planning a wedding? But like now, it's like it gives you a whole new thing to learn. You know, it's like entering a completely different space. It's entering a completely different dispensation. It's like, I remember those times as like one of the most fantastic times of my life. I mean, yeah, also it's like a lot of change because like you don't know this person and like you're trying to, but it's like, it adds more excitement to like, oh my God, now we are married and now we're together and we're in the same house, we're sleeping in the same bed.
I feel like for you it was also a whole new dynamic because he was not only moving in with you, he was moving in with you as a mom to a child. Like I feel like that is really interesting and very commendable because you guys joined life and you joined life as like immediately a family. Because what I was thinking when you read that point was, isn't the next step after marriage just then having a baby, and that's the new exciting thing? Like that's the next step people expect once you get married, not moving in together.
But see, I get any new first you do as a couple, even like, forget even before you're married, even like when you're in a couple, the first time you did this, the first time you did that, you know? So if you reserve the moving in when up until you get married, that's another brand new first which you get to have, and it's like, you know, I get to come home with you every night, whereas if you're doing it before, well, I see you every day.
Yeah,
so yeah,
exactly.
I get how it's like that newfound experience when, you know, you first come home to the love of your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For me, honestly, like I understand, I kind of understand where you're coming from, but for me, the biggest reason why I would not, well, two of the biggest reasons I would not advise anyone to move in with someone is the number of women who approach me about come we stay situations that have gone wrong is painful. A lot of people, and especially in Kenya, I don't know how it works in other countries, but here people move in with maybe the intention of getting married, but then you just get comfortable and it's just like, you're just chilling, and then before you know it, you are there 10 years later, like, oh, I don't know when we're going to get married. Like, I just feel like don't set yourself up for that kind of failure. But also the second reason is because if you move in together before you are ready for marriage, technically, you haven't had those discussions of like, what are your roles? What are my roles? You know, what do we want out of this marriage? What are your responsibilities? You're putting yourself in a marriage context without actually being in a marriage. And then you end up having mismatched expectations, mismatched, you know, things that you expect from each other. And it just ends up being a completely messy thing. That's just how I feel.
And I feel like she has spoken, and that word, like the points which Joe has honestly made about like why it's scary, especially in the Kenyan context. If you do not want to come with stay situation, this might be something to consider. But anyway, please let us know what you think. Maybe we're right, maybe we're not. The hashtag is Ibu Let's Talk, and the SMS line is 40920.